So what we're now going to do is we're going to work just a little bit on the canters first, because I don't think I want to work with the horse in lengthenings if I feel or see that the horse's back is not maybe yet loose. So then what you do is switch gears. Don't sit there and you say, God darn horse, you're going to be loose in the trot. Well, great. Terrific. But that's not the way it works. So what we're going to do is, Jan, go ahead and work a little bit in the canter, and we do a little bit nice forward canter. Just ride him and let him express himself a little. Make him do a little longer step. Let him allow himself. Make him enjoy it. Ask him to go a little bit more forward, Jan. Just a little bit. Let him boing. There, super. And then just a little bit coming back. We don't expect those horses yet to just all of a sudden go coming back into the corners and say, wow, see, here I am collected. Well, no, that doesn't work. But, you know, so allow them to be a little bit, just have a feeling of comeback. We can see a little bit to this direction. That is his hollow side. Feel a little bit more straighter toward the left one so that he does not get his haunches inward, which again is very normal. And it's not that you now sit there and you bang around on the hind end to make it straight. What did we learn this morning? It is easier to control the shoulders, absolutely. So what you want to do is see if you can get the horse a little straighter in his top line in front of your eyes, which will help and straighten the hind end as well. And then change directions again, Jan. And then ask him again to trot. See, for a training level horse, I will be very happy if I see those kind of transitions. You know, I mean, the horse stayed pretty nice. It was a little tiny quick in this trot in between. But, I mean, if I see those transitions in training level as a judge, I'm quite happy. And now just go ahead and just trot in pose. That's correct. Keep the connection now. You can see how the horse says, oh, that's wonderful. So let him allow the stretch a little bit, just a little, but keep the hind end now going forward with you.
The canter actually opened the body of the horse up, and now you can see that there's an increase of suspension in the trot, isn't there?
In the beginning, I think a very nice way to train a horse to go a little bit for lengthening, say now, is Jan, turn down the center line and just make a short diagonal to E. And try to do that right away. Don't feel, Jan, that you go straight first and then turn. Literally turn and go to the letter right away. So the horse does not have to change from a straight, then all of a sudden go to the point. Go to the point right away. That's it. And now that the horse has understood where it's going, now, Juan, ask him to go a little more forward while you're doing it. And say, come on, boy, let's go to it. And just ask him and say, can you do it? Yeah, can you do it more? That's it, and bring him back. The wall itself will stop him. So you don't need to pull, you see? And do it again. Juan, try to avoid bending him left, okay? Try to make him look at the letter. Allow your left rein to be a little looser. That is better. That's right. And then do it again. Because if the rider would hold the inside rein too much right now, the horse wouldn't go, because you would collapse him and he would not go forward. It's just like in a fly and change, the horse cannot express his forwardness. So you don't want to create too much bend. You want to keep him as straight as possible, and maybe even allow the inner rein to be a little tiny bit away from him so he is able to really go. So he's not constricted of any sort on the inside. And just go forward. Yeah, and bring him back. It's not important that the horse all of a sudden shows suspension. Some horses do it by nature. That's wonderful. But some horses don't. And you're going to have to train them. And if you would run them off their feet in that moment, if you say, God darn horse, you're going to have to do it. Well, they're going to run faster. They're going to lose whatever you gained ahead of time. They're going to lose their backs. They're not going to hold the contact anymore. And what is going to happen is they're going to get afraid of your leg. You don't ever want a horse to be afraid of you as a rider. And I think, you know, if a young horse travels a little bit on his forehand, In a moment the horse learns to carry the rider and becomes more comfortable in carrying the rider, I think the horse by itself, in a moment of moving and transitions and going back and forth from gate to gate, will learn to come up in front if the rider naturally does not just hang on the front and allows the horse to start leaning on the front, because then it's naturally very bad. You just have to make them understand that the bit is not something to run against, lean onto, take as a security blanket. You have to take that security blanket naturally a little bit away from him in a certain way when they start leaning. You're going to have to tell them that the bit, yes, you're supposed to seek it, yes, you're supposed to move to it, but you're not allowed to lean.